Well, we got a lot of stuff to get to this morning. Guys, like, last night's race was just absolutely phenomenal. Like, last night's race was literally one of the most greatest mile-and-a-half races I've ever watched as a NASCAR fan. Like, the amount of things like that happened, the amount of passing, the amount of how hard you're racing for the win early in the race, it was just phenomenal. This race was just phenomenal. Like, the most phenomenal mile-and-a-half race like I've ever watched as a NASCAR fan. This was almost as good as the Atlanta race from this year. Goodness gracious. Last night, dude, was absolutely insane. We're gonna go ahead and get started to this race review, guys. So at the start was Christopher Bell. He won the pole for last night's race. Originally, this race was supposed to start at 2, but because of a rain delay, it didn't start until like 5:30. So yeah, so stage 1, it was a battle between Ross Chastain and Kyle Larson. And my favorite driver, Denny Hamlin, he won this race a year ago. He was charging. He had a very good long run car. Especially, he was really good at conserving, like the tires. Really good at doing that. And that ended up getting Denny Hamlin the stage 1 victory. So yeah, Denny Hamlin won stage 1. Now, so stage 2, oh my goodness. 5 wide at Kansas. Are you kidding me? 5, I was 1.5 wide. I don't know who was it. It was Ty Gibbs on the top. I'm not sure who threaded the needle. I'm not sure it's either Kyle Busch or Chris Buescher. I'm not sure if it's either one of the two. Which Chris Buescher, we're going to get to him towards the end of this video. But wow. We didn't have our first caution for incident, by the way, until stage 3. So, yeah. Green flag pit stops. You know, they were a thing, of course. Kyle Larson, I know he did have trouble with, his pit crew did have trouble with one of the, lug nuts or something, like one of the pit tools. So that cost Larson some time. I ended up getting Chris Buescher out front, and Chris Buescher was the fastest Ford last night. He was the fastest Ford. So yeah, and then stage 2, and of course, was won by Chris Buescher. And Denny Hamlin finished 3rd. Like I said, he had a long run car. He had trouble getting off a pit road after the end of stages. So yeah, then that's what caused Denny Hamlin to go to the back. And now it's time for the caution reads. So first caution we had to at the start of stage 3 was where Jimmy Johnson got packed by Corey LaJoie and Johnson spun around. The next caution, I believe, I think that next caution was when Austin Cindric got into the wall. It was like it was kind of like a corny effect. The 22 went up into the 20, which got up into the 11, and then 11 got tight, got into Austin Cindric, and it just caused a chain reaction and collected Bubba Wallace and Michael McDowell. So Austin Cindric was out of the race because of that. Bubba Wallace and Michael McDowell were able to continue. And then the next caution was when Harrison Burton spun out. All 4 of his tires were flat, and then Joey Logano, his rough season still continues. So, yeah. And then the second to last restart was when that long stage of green flag racing happened, where Denny Hamlin and Chris Buescher were fighting for the lead, and ultimately, Denny Hamlin got that lead. But, however, this was almost a fuel conservative finish. This was almost a fuel conservative finish if that caution didn't come out for Kyle Busch spinning. So, yeah, because Martin Truex, he was coming. Like, he was literally, like, flying through traffic, because he didn't have to worry about fuel. So, yeah, and if that caution wouldn't have come out for Kyle Busch spinning, then the winner could have been Martin Truex Jr. So, yeah, but that caution came out, led into the overtime, which led us to, I kid you not, the closest finish in NASCAR Cup Series history. The closest finish in history. I'm not exaggerating. Go look it up. Like, it's on Wikipedia. This is the closest finish in NASCAR history. NASCAR confirmed it. Let me break it down for you guys. So, on the front row was Denny Hamlin and Chris Buescher, and then Kyle Larson went down to the bottom, which I expected. I expected Larson to throw some sort of Hail Mary, like he did that 2021 Darlington race. So, yeah, coming to the white flag, Buescher was leading. Truex and Chase Elliott were coming. But Larson found an opening. He was able to squeeze past Chris Buescher, and then it was just a drag race to the line. And by 0.001 seconds, Kyle Larson does it. His second win of the season, and they're both on mile-and-a-half tracks. So, Kyle Larson, man, the month of May has been off to a great start for Kyle Larson. Man, Chris Buescher, you gotta feel for the guy, dude. He was so freaking close, dude. So close to that first win of the season. I actually pick him to win next week's race at Darlington. So, yeah, but oh my goodness. This race was absolutely phenomenal. You had battles. It felt like you were racing for the win, not even in stage 1. This race was just one of the best mile-and-a-half races. Almost the best. Like, this, in my opinion, is the best mile-and-a-half race I've watched as a NASCAR fan. Like, one of the best mile-and-a-half races I've watched as a NASCAR fan, guys. Like, wow, this race was just phenomenal. A phenomenal race. Absolutely a phenomenal race. And it looked like Chris Buescher won last night's race. But it didn't happen. Kyle Larson got it. Congratulations to Kyle Larson. This is his second win of the season. Unbelievable finish. This will go down in the history as NASCAR's closest finish. Wow. We all witnessed history last night. Wow. That close of a finish. Not even a super speedway. Kansas has shown, like, since this next gen car came out, that it has produced so good racing. Kansas has always been like that. Kansas has been my favorite mile-and-a-half track, and this race has just been phenomenal. Like I said many times, just phenomenal racing. So now I'm going to take a look at the race results. Alright, everyone, here is the race results. Kyle Larson won the race in the closest finish in NASCAR history. Chris Buescher seconded. We all thought he had it won. And he finished close. Wow. Unbelievable. I thought the Atlanta finish was one of the closest. He is one of the closest finishes in NASCAR history, but this? Wow. Chase Elliott and Martin Truex Jr. in fourth. Think about it. If Truex Jr. and Elliott were closer, we could have had a 4-wide photo finish. Denny Hamlin, he got swallowed up on the restart. Good idea to, like, back it off. Wow. Denny Hamlin was able to watch a photo finish from a pretty good view. And a top 5. Well deserved. As a Denny Hamlin fan, I'm happy we got a top 5 because, wow. If that caution wouldn't have happened, Denny Hamlin would have not get a finish, not would have been in the finish in the top 20. Christopher Bell, the pole sitter, is in 6th. Alex Bowman 7th. Kyle Busch with another great race finishes 8th. He was at one point contending for the lead. Noah Gragson 9th. Another good day for the Ford driver Noah Gragson. Michael McDowell, at one point he spun out involving in an accident. He finishes in top 10 after having come down pit road and then staying out when everyone else pitted. Now we got Brad Keselowski 11th, Ryan Blaney 12th, John Henry Nemechek 13th, Todd Gilliland 14th, Josh Berry 15th, Ricky Stenhouse 16th, Bubba Wallace ends up finishing 17th, Justin Haley 18th, Ross Chastain 19th, Tyler Reddick, man, just the 2011 racing just did not do as good as I expected them to do. Chase Briscoe 21st, Corey Heim 22nd, William Byron 23rd, Carson Hocevar 24th, Austin Dillon 25th, Corey LaJoy 26th, Daniel Suarez 27th,
Ryan Preece 28th, Zane Smith 29th, Daniel Hemrick rounds to the top 30, then Derek Cross 31st. Ty Gibbs is actually my pick to win this race last night. He finished just 32nd. I don't really know what happened. I'm not sure if he was short on fuel. I don't really know what happened. Austin Hill 33rd, Joey Logano 34th. Like I said, his struggling season still continues. 35th Harrison Burton, 35th Riley Herbst, 36th Harrison Burton. Austin Cindric and Jimmy Johnson are the only two drivers that DNF'd the race.
So yeah, guys, in conclusion, this race, like I said, was amazing. Amazing racing. It felt like we were racing for the win just as early as stage 1 with the battles going on between Larson and Chastain. You had to there was a lot of battles going on, and just this race was just amazing, guys. Wow, I'm gonna give this race a 9.5. Technically, if you round that out, it would be a perfect 10 out of 10. But you know what? Perfect 10 out of 10 race it is. Officially, 10 out of 10 race. One of the most greatest mile-and-a-half races I've watched as a NASCAR fan. Wow. Just what a race last night. What a race last night, guys. Yeah, guys. It's the morning after the closest finish in NASCAR Cup Series history. Yeah, what do you guys think about the finish of last night's race and the race as a whole? Kyle Larson wins it, his second win of the season. Chris Buescher, man, we thought he had it won, but it didn't happen, guys. Wow, what a finish! What a finish, guys. So, what do you guys think about this race? Let me know in the comments below. And anyways, this is Preston signing off. Peace out.